Happy to speak with all of you today about group tour and visitor experience. I do want to start by emphasizing that when our department speaks of groups, we are speaking about leisure tour groups. You may have heard that convention sales also call it group. That is a business group or a meetings group. This is specifically leisure. They are not coming to DC for a meeting of any kind, and usually for Washington, DC, groups usually travel via motor coach. They may already have that coach that they're taking from their original destination or are flying in and using vehicle transportation from our members in the region. These groups can vary in size, anywhere from 30 to 250 people. If there are 10 hotel rooms or more, then we consider it a group. That's when you would be eligible for group ticketing discounts. Primarily, these groups are either your student educational trips, the eighth grade field trips that we all love to see come through the city in the spring, or older adult groups. They can be a little bit more budget conscious, which is why DC is a great destination for them due to all the free offerings we have. You'll see the larger groups in that more student subset. That's when you'll see much more of that 250 participant number. The adults are going to be mostly in the 30 to 50 passenger range. And I mentioned we do have international groups that do come to DC. Globally, you're going to see these trips as 8 to 10 day tours of the East Coast, and they may only stay one night in DC. But we do also have smaller group tours that may have a specialized theme where they would stay in the city or the region longer. We do get international student groups as well, ranging on average 25 to 30 people. Our largest market for international student groups currently is the UK. A lot of these groups will come in the spring, but for school groups, that is when the schools will allow them to travel. Adult groups are looking to attend the National Cherry Blossom Festival primarily, and we do always encourage these groups to look at off-peak times, and we do see an increase year over year of groups offering fall as they do not have to worry about the busy crowds. Here are some best practices if you're looking to grow the group market. I'll begin with dining. After bus parking, the biggest need for groups in DC is dining options. These tour groups do not typically require a private room. They just want to be able to sit near each other and have a group menu that falls within their price range. Budgets are going up for meals, but you can at price point will fall within $25 to $60 for dinner, depending on the group. Dinner is a higher need than lunch. The high-end small group tours would provide opportunities for the more luxury, expensive menu items or tasting menus. The plus plus symbols indicate all-inclusive pricing, or tax and tip wrapped into the final price. I highly encourage crafting leisure tour travel specific menus that are priced out with what you can realistically charge a group for a dinner. The other big area of opportunity is night activities. If you have programs, for example, workshops, lectures, or other hands-on activities that can be done in the evenings for students or adults, please send them my way. It is even better if an activity and food are tied together. I always also encourage members, if you are a dining partner and you want to bring more people through, partner with an organization that provides, for example, a magic show. A reminder that while the leisure group market for DC has typically attracted student and older adult groups, there is diversification. Women traveling together groups are a growing niche market. We have a new trend of people focused on traveling for specific sports and events going with group operators. And there's also the LGBTQ plus community that travels in groups. So be creative. The best way to grow your group business is by speaking with the tour operators. I work B2B, which means I sell to the tour operators and they sell to their client base of individual travelers or group leaders. Those trips can be either retail or pre-formed. Retail is when operators are selling seats on a bus or a plane through a catalog. Pre-formed is when a school or a church, for example, already have that group built. Currently, there are 4 trade shows we attend every year. American Bus Association is the largest, occurring in January and February. Ontario Motor Coach Association represents tour operators based primarily in Ontario, Canada. National Tour Association has more adult tour companies represented with a more niche, small group mentality, hosted typically in November. And finally, the Student and Youth Travel Association annual conference, typically in August, targeting specifically student tour operators. We also coordinate 2 hosted FAMs each year, one for student operators and one for adult operators. For questions regarding group tour, please email grouptour@washington.org.